Divinely guided messages for healing of the mind, the body, and the soul. Welcome. So, today's message is about feelings. 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 It is. It seems to be a thing of the past. No, it's not a thing of the past. Feelings, emotions. I feel, we have feelings. We're human beings. We have feelings. Feelings are a tool. Feelings, your feelings, they are a tool as to give you information. So if you're in if you are in a place and you feel at peace, you feel at ease, you feel good, it's okay, then you know that it's okay. Like there's nothing threatening you, there's nobody sneaking up on you, or there's no hidden agendas. There's nothing like that going on. So it's probably a space where you can feel safe in it. If you're in a space and you experience like some kind of unease, or there's just some kind of oddness, or maybe just something a little bit going on, or something you can't quite put your finger on it, but that feeling in itself is a cue from the universe to just pay attention. There might be something more between the lines in this area, in this space, than what you can see with your eye. And sometimes if you feel really fearful, then you can want to get out of that situation and you want to leave the area. Maybe there's someone there who has intentions to harm, or there are someone there with intentions to do something crazy. So our emotions is like it's like the electricity. We all pay for the electricity, and we all use the Wi-Fi all the time. And this is just energy too. Like, so we know that energy is everywhere, and also from us humans is energy is everywhere. And so these energy cues that we are not like we're not used to, I guess, thinking about that. We're not used to being in that mode, or like used to focusing on that. So, but it doesn't mean that it's not there. Like just because I can't see the Wi-Fi signal doesn't mean that it's not there. I know it's there because I'm using it. And so, same with our emotions. They're energy in motion, and so feeling your emotions is necessary if you're gonna find if you want to find like if you want to find a good life and you want to be like really like happy, passionate, yeah, I'm gonna have fun, this is great, and all that stuff, and you want to be like all in your life and have a good time here on planet Earth, you have to connect with your emotions. And a lot of times, growing up and going through all of these lessons that we all do, like we plop out here on planet Earth somewhere, and then we go through all of these lessons and all of these things that we become like a part of. And so there you are like 20 years later, and many of us at that point have disconnected from the emotions because it's too painful. There are too many people out there who they love it when you feel down, makes them feel better. So we're going to bring her down a little bit, we're going to bring them down a little bit, it makes us feel better. Or like there are people out there who just they suffer so much, yeah, they don't want to see other people happy too. And there's a lot of suffering out there. And so after, and also lying like, oh, I'm gonna do this, love bombing you and being all that in a bag of chips, and then they turn right around and being a douche. And so we all have lessons like that, we all meet people like that along our way. And so the first things first, like don't become like them. And also second, like don't let them dictate how you are going to feel about your life. Just because there's a douche over there, it doesn't mean that you have to alter how you feel about yourself and in your day to day. But believe me, people are going to want to try. So you might want to practice standing firm in your emotion. If you feel good and someone comes in and they try to alter it, then let them have their emotions and you put your boundary up, and then you don't allow it to sway how you feel. It takes practice, but it's very doable and it's worth the effort to practice this. Like the guy said to a wise man. So the guy said, like, why didn't you be angry at me when I came in here? I was yelling at you, I was so rude, I was calling you names, and I was doing all that stuff and all that. And then the wise man, he looked at him and he said, because that was your anger, not mine. And I love that saying. So with the feelings, if we learn to set boundaries, it's not that scary to feel. And this is an encouragement to you out there to allow your feelings, to feel your feelings, to be aware and to be connected to your feelings. This is a great guidance system when it's functioning well for you. Like, it's the best system that you can have. It's going to lead you to your dream destination. And it won't look like mine, and it won't look like Jane's over there or Joe's over there. They're going to be different because we have different purposes. We're put together differently. We're humans, but we have different qualities. We have different assets, different things that we love, different things that we don't love, all that stuff. It's a beautiful melting pot of different people, like different potentials and all that. So feeling is going to be the first thing, like, and also the grounding. So if you feel unsafe where you live, or like if you don't have a place to live, you don't have food on your table, you don't have electricity, you don't have a job, you don't have these things, the basic needs that we have as humans. Like, if you don't have those, it's going to be very difficult to, I'm gonna nourish my emotions, and I'm gonna be all tuned into my GPS here. And so first things first, you have to create a foundation where you feel safe in it. The rooting, the grounding. So first you want to create this grounding in your life where you have a space. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, but a space where you can feel safe. And you have your stuff there, you have your safety there, and it's a place where you can go and shelter yourself. And so taking care of these basic human needs, once you have that in place, now you can start from this safe space that you have created around you. Now you can be more aware of how you really feel within yourself, and how you feel in your life, and the things that you do in your life. So when you go out there and you come back home, and then you feel like, do I feel different after I've been with these people, or after I went to this place? How do I really feel inside afterwards? And now you can start to measure it, and you have this safe space that you come home to. So then you can kind of, what your default setting is feeling like when you're at home. And then you can see, does it add to how I feel in my life, or does it not? So then you can easily start to make choices, not only from your vision and from the plans that you have for your life, but also you can make choices from how you feel about these things that you encounter in your life, and where you're being drawn to, or if this is a good place to be. Or maybe if you have a vision, you have to find people to work with, then hang out with different people, see how they make you feel, see how you can, if you feel like they are trustworthy, and trust that inner guidance, because the inner guidance sees way more like than we can pick up with our eyes. And so trusting that and feeling safe enough, like having a space to come home to that you feel safe in, is the first things first. You have to create a space for yourself where you feel safe in it. And this goes not only for the place that you live, but also for the place where your soul lives. So your body, do you feel like your body is a safe space? Is your body a place where you feel safe in it? And so how can you better your relationship with your body? Maybe you need to take it for a walk, or maybe you need to take it to the gym, or maybe you need to take it to a yoga class, or whatever. Or maybe you just need to do, I don't know, however, whatever you feel drawn to, like, try to do that and create a safe space for you to live in your body too. And listen to these emotions. It sounds it's kind of like your inner vision. Like, you have an outer vision, this is what you want to achieve, this is your goal, this is where you're headed. And the inner vision, along the way, allow that inner vision to point you into the directions that are going to be good for you. And trust it, because like, it knows way more than you can see with your eye, and people have way more intentions and stuff going on behind their curtains too. So just be aware of it. Divine flow. So divine flow is also letting go of the attachments to the outcome, not being too crazy attached to the outcome, but rather focusing on being in the moment, like being there, being aware, being present enough so that you can feel what you feel, and also have the courage to listen to that. And if you need to leave a situation, you leave a situation. If you want to go back to a situation, you go back to a situation, and you be honest about how you feel about these things. Now you're going to start to create the stuff that you want in your life. Sometimes though, when we start to follow your passion, if there is something, anything that excites you, or like motivates you, or like just it's a message from the universe that this can lead you right to your abundance. Don't silence it. Like, don't silence the passion. Follow that excitement and the, oh yeah, this is exciting me, this is really good. And then you go on that path and you follow that little trail that it leads to, and it might just take you to your most abundant life. Like, because it's your passion, it's your path, and it will take you to where you need to be. And so feelings, open up for it. Like, be okay with feeling again and allow them to tell the story that they tell. It can be big changes though. It can like feel like I know you can cut off your feelings. I have done that. Like, I literally was so angry and mad and full of resentment and hatred and all that stuff that I just cut off my feelings. I didn't want to feel anymore. It was better to just don't feel anything. Well, it's not. I can assure you that it is not. Like, it sucks. Like, then there is nothing really exciting you. There's nothing really bringing you down. There's nothing really doing nothing for you. It's just like a long drawn out there existing and doing stuff and existing. So, and many people live in those conditions. Many people live like that their whole life. Like, that's a long time, and life takes a long time to live it when you live it like that. So if that's your experience, and if you also cut off your feelings for reasons, like, we all have different reasons that it makes sense. It's not a stupid thing to do. It's a smart thing to do. It's protecting you in places and spaces that you need protection. But then it comes to a point where it doesn't protect you anymore. Now it's more hindering you in your growth, and it's hindering you in finding your passion. It's hindering you, keeping you away from your abundance and all that stuff, which you don't want to do. That you want to be on in line and aligned with your abundance, aligned with your happiness, aligned with the path that is good for you. And so doing these things will not only lead to a big change, but it can be overwhelming at first. But that's always almost the case with transformation. So once you let something go in your life and you approach or move towards something new, it's going to be a big difference. And the transformation can be uncomfortable. Many times when I started, just an example to give you something to like hook it onto, or an example, when I then started feeling again, it was like it was terrible. Like, it was terrible. All these feelings coming back up again that I had just shoved down and held back for a long time. Like, I cried for probably, like, I don't know. I cried for years. I felt like I cried for years. Like, literally, I'm laughing. It's not funny. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was difficult. It was sad, and it was everything. But it was, if I didn't do that, I would have never been able to experience happiness, joy, and bliss in my life. And so going through it, no matter how long it takes, it's always going to be worth it. Because on the other side of the heavy feelings or the heavy loads that we are carrying, on the other side of it, when you release it and you let it go, on the other side of it, that's where your passions are. That's where you're going to find your abundance. That's where your happiness lies. That's where everything is. So it just takes a little bit of courage and a little bit of, all right, let me just do this, make a decision, allow it to open back up, and you just allow to feel it. Just start practicing feeling again. And also, it'll keep you out of places that are not meant for you. Like, when you can feel where it's uncomfortable, or you feel like people have hidden agendas. And when you enter the room, there are certain things that is going on in between the eyes, or in between the communication, silent communication, or body language, or whatever. And now your senses are going to be able to pick that up, and it's going to make it uncomfortable for you because you're not included in it. And this is a cue to leave the situation. This is not for you. You are not included. So just leave the situation. It doesn't matter why or how they did it. It just matters that you leave the situation so that you can get out of there and take your power back and rise up in your own way. And sometimes when you do this kind of inner work, then people just want to stifle you. The adversaries are going to come out of the woodworks. Like, yeah, they come out of the woodworks when you win money, or if you get some kind of wealth, then they come crawling too. But they also come when you are opening the wealth inside of you, when you are getting back into your alignment, and you are getting back into your emotions, and you are walking towards your following your passions, and you're working towards opening up these the see the big volcanoes of good emotions and stuff. Then now you're starting to be aligned with everything and aligned with the universe. And that's the last thing that your adversaries want. They want you to stay shut off, cut off, and all that stuff. They don't want you to take your energy back, to take your power back, to take your heart back, because it's not how the world is set up. but do it anyway, because you are going to find your abundance. You're going to work in and find your way. Your vehicle is going to be your heart. Your vehicle is going to be your emotions. Your vehicle is going to take you to your abundance. So your vehicle, you want to be there. You want to be able to be present. You want to be following your passions. You want to do the things that you want to do because you deserve it, because it's going to be fun to be here on planet Earth, because we as humans, we are being held back in so many ways that it's just like liberating yourself. Like, it's safe for me to feel emotions as I experience relationship with myself, with others, and with the universe. So how do you feel in regards to yourself? Be your own best friend. Look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself, like, I love you. I'm great. Like, love yourself. Like, and if it's uncomfortable, then do it until it's comfortable. And just like, how do you feel like within yourself? How do you feel in regards to others? How do you feel in regards to the universe? How do you feel like, and be honest with these things. As I listen to and I name my emotions and become clear about the messages and beliefs behind them, I liberate myself. Feeling free. Then you become free and you allow yourself to just feel what you feel in the moment and be guided by your emotions as you move along in your life, which is going to take you where you need to be. It's going to eliminate a lot of the anxiousness and a lot of the insecurities. What if I don't know what to say or what to do or how to do that? You allow yourself to go with the flow and you follow how you feel about it. Now you have your own internal system. You're your own leader. You don't have to go by everything else's, but you listen to and you honor and you take accountability for yourself. The emotions is going to be a big, big breakthrough. To hook back onto the emotions is the biggest breakthrough ever. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, it loves, and it respects the same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.